Hollingsworth, we know how hard she can come home. She's got herself into a striking position. The best Australia can offer right now. Caldwell leads from Billings, and Hollingsworth, the 19-year-old, strides up to them and takes the lead and draws away from Billings and Caldwell and Hall. And Claudia's coming away to win yet again. She's a great racer. There's no question about that. So you add Jess Hull to the group. We have got a fantastic group of 1,500-metre runners and middle distance runners.
Yes, indeed, what a run and what a runner. We're lucky enough to be joined by Claudia Hollingsworth. Well done, congratulations. Australian track and field and Australian runner, it's in such a good state at the moment, both on the track and off it. That meeting, there was, 10,000 people in the stands. What's the vibe like? You can obviously feel it.
Yeah, it was just incredible. I rocked up to the track a few hours before my race, and seeing these huge lines of people lining up to come and watch us was incredible and super exciting. And then stepping out there on the start line and looking out to this massive crowd, and I don't think there was a spare seat in the house. So having a sold-out race I've never seen anything like it in Australia, and the atmosphere was electric and huge, and it really motivates all us athletes.
Just tell me quickly, when we talk about and how you go about your 1,500 and your 800 and all those kinds of things, but it's not just the running that's so physical, it's the bumping, the kicking, the scratching, the pushing, elbows out, that kind of stuff. Have you had to embrace that as you've gone through this journey?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've had a few fair shares of the bumps and the pushes. When I was younger, I had to deal with a lot of that, and I think I've just learned and become mature as an athlete. This race definitely had a lot of pushing and shoving, and maybe I was involved in a bit that myself, but especially being overseas and getting that race experience with people who are out there just to win. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do and can't always be kind out on the track.
Claudia, talk to us about your relationship with your coach, because I love this story. You didn't even know who he was when you first met him. I think your mum had to tell you. Do you laugh about that now with him? And then why do you think you guys have such a great working relationship?
Yeah, look, that wasn't great. I didn't really know much about him beforehand. But yeah, we've been working together, I think, now for 8 years since I joined Mentone Grammar. He was the head cross-country coach and athletics coach there, so we've been working a really long time, and I'm now 2 years out of school, so it's been great, and I think he has so much knowledge, and I'm learning every single day. And yeah, we have such a great relationship. We've built this trust and this understanding and respect between each other over those years, and yeah, we work really great as a team.
We're talking about Craig Mottram, obviously, who was a legend of the sport.
Claudia, one from me, obviously competing in Perth this weekend, another big opportunity for you. What does your week of preparation look like heading over into an event like that?
Yeah, look, it's a bit of tapering, so a bit different to a normal training week, which I find a bit difficult mentally when you're sort of building up to a big event, but you find you're training less, which seems a bit odd to me. But, you know, we all have to do it, and we've sort of been doing our same sessions. We train Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, but just with a bit of a lighter load, and then I'm heading off to Perth tomorrow, and I'll do a pre-race track. And then, yeah, a bit of a jog and get ready to race on Friday.
I love how you just call it a bit of a jog. Claudia, you've been to the Paris Olympics as a teenager. Los Angeles is only just around the corner. And then 2027, Brisbane. Is that on the radar for you? Have you got it circled on the calendar? It's obviously going to be a momentous occasion for the whole of Australia.
And in 2032 as well.
And that as well, yeah.
Yeah, look, I'm super excited. I mean, I was super proud to make the Olympics last year, and it was an incredible experience, and I learnt so much, but I just feel like I've got so much more to give on a world stage, and the Olympic stage, I mean, it was just huge and maybe a bit overwhelming at the time, but I definitely have matured a lot and learnt a lot and learned to go in with more confidence, and I think having a hometown Olympics, I mean, I know it's in Brisbane, but being in Australia would just be incredible, and having your home crowd support will be electric, and I can't wait to hopefully be there and competing at my best.
And Claudia, just look at that race you had, and you said about your preparation. You said you got there a few hours before the race, so talk us through, you know, what is that, a lot of mental preparation, and what's your warm-up look like, and, you know, going into that race, when you come around that bend, do you know there that you're going to win this? It was about three questions in that, sorry.
I'll start at the start. The first question about arriving early, I just like to get there between 2 hours to an hour early. I take an hour to warm up just to, you know, make sure I'm not stressed or anything. We normally have a 15 to 20 minute cool down, so it cuts the warm up to about 40 minutes. And yeah, so that just consists of a jog and some drills and strides, and yeah, really just preparing mentally and having a serious chat to Craig and getting in the mindset and the headspace I want to be on the line. And I mean, when you say goodbye to your coach and you go into the call room, it's quite a daunting experience, and you know, all right, we've done everything we can together, and now it's up to me to put it all in place and put it together out on the track. And I think going in after having a positive conversation and knowing exactly our plan, and obviously that changes race to race and when you're in the race, so just being able to be flexible and confident with your moves. And I just was feeling really good. It wasn't the quickest race I thought it was going to be, but I was feeling really good and confident, even though my positioning wasn't great and I was a bit far back. But coming around that bend, yeah, I just had this sort of belief and this positive mindset, and had some more left in the legs and was feeling really good, and just thought I've got to go now or never.
Interesting how people decide what they do. Your twin sister, Gemma, is an opera singer and you're a distance runner. Can you sing?
No, I cannot. I mean, we used to do funny little games, and she used to try to be my singing teacher, but I think she failed me many times. I just was not good at it at all. She's got that talent. She's amazing. She can sing anything, and super exciting to see where she goes with her talent. But yeah, we're very different ends of the spectrum. She's sporty, but yeah, definitely not a runner.
Well, that was going to be my question. Can she run? Like, maybe you can't sing, but can she run?
Well, she still holds it against me. When we were younger, running in primary school, district, regional level, she beat me a few times, and she still doesn't let it go.
And you've got another sister, of course, who was a champion trampoliner.
Yes, my older sister Sunday, she competed at the World Champs for trampolining in Russia and got 7th, wow, which was incredible. And she was a big inspiration growing up. She sort of led the sporting world for me, and seeing her up, you know, competing under the lights in the trampolining arena with everyone watching her, you know, I really learned a lot about being staying composed and how not to sort of get too nervous and let the nerves take over you. So yeah, I took a lot from her watching her sport.
That's brilliant. A family of overachievers.
Oh, that's what, as Fitzy would say, that's an annoyingly talented family.
The Squire's motto, near enough is good enough. Hey, congratulations on everything that's happened to you so far, and enjoy the career as it continues.
Well
Lovely to talk to you.
Thank you so much. Love being on. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Claudia. Coming up, our champ of the week. Stick around. Beautiful work.